There's got to be some Egypts in this 20 mile an hour group. No wonder that Hartley Hare, he didn't want to reveal his ID. Not that I don't want to reveal, like, I'm not too keen on going on the internet either, but Hartley Hare is something to do with some sort of political, I don't know if he's a member of a political party or what, but he's against Labour now for sure. But this 20 mile an hour group, they're meant to be against sort of speed cameras and the 20 mile an hour speed limits, but they did amazing to get all those signatures. They did better than Sadiq Khan did in London with the help of the Electoral Commission, and they didn't have the help of the Electoral Commission. But I really don't know what they're playing at. Here, look, they've shared this. Alan Carnes, MP, Conservative, right? A general election has been called. No. Together we have achieved so much despite the damage of 25 years of Labour government here in Wales. 25 years of Labour government, really? They've not had another government since... I can't believe that, because some parts of Wales have had Plaid Cymru, haven't they, in Lib Dems out in the... A lot of countries, like Hereford sort of direction in Wales, there's a lot of Lib Dem and Green movements. What he means to say is 25 years of Labour government around Cardiff, Newport and Swansea in the South Coast, not the rest of Wales. That's a long time though, 25 years. I suppose that's like here in West Yorkshire, we've had a Labour government, we've been stuck with, although there's a few ebbs and flows, but it's been primarily a Labour brick. Also, kind of like London in a way. So this is what he's reckoning, right? That these are the things that they've achieved. What he basically means to say is, here's what we've achieved with the Labour government with their 25 years. Together, when he's saying together we have achieved so much, what he means is together, the Labour and the Tories together have achieved so much despite the damage of 25 years of Labour government. No, the damage is actually what they've done. This is actually the damage here. He's going to claim that these are the good things that they got out of it. 20 million investment for a Barry Marina. 20 million for a Barry Marina. Well, actually, I don't dispute that too much. I've been to the Atlantic Wharf in Cardiff. It was quite beautiful, actually. It's quite an interesting and beautiful place. When you go walk around it, and it's got these like boardwalky things around the edge. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like in Bristol, in the city centre of Bristol, where they've got all the docks, but they're in the city centre, which is it's inland down the river. Like there's like the mouth of the river comes through, goes past all the cliffs, and under Clifton Bridge, but then so you come inland a bit, but then it opens out into kind of where the harbour is, sort of thing. It's like it's in the river, based off the mouth of the Avon, but it's a little bit. It's got that kind of feeling to it. If you've been to Bristol, they've got a load of like modern bars and stuff like that around there. So this Barry place is getting a marina. I'm guessing it's going to be something kind of like on that sort of flavour to it. So, I mean, that sounds quite a good thing. But, I mean, they complained about Liverpool. There was a very, very historic dock in Liverpool that was meant to be protected and listed, but that got pulled down or ripped out, and it was meant to be like really, really, really old and protected. I don't think the Royals were up for supporting it. They wanted to take it away. It would be nice to see some of, like, Whitby's quite a old and traditional town. To be honest, I think they spoil a lot of it. But anyway, I'm not saying it should be like, in Lord of the Rings, when they've got the city on the water, when the dragons, it's the Hobbit, that, isn't it, when he's flying over it, and it's all like Shantytown. But kind of, what else is like that? Popeye the movie, not the cartoon. Popeye the movie is a bit like that, isn't it? Destroying the history of the place and the memory. But anyway, I'm not opposed to this Barry Marina thing. That sounds like a good idea. But what was Barry like before the Marina? So here we go. 20 million for town centre regeneration. This is where we get absolutely annihilated and written off by these two major parties. Effectively, our town centre regeneration is effectively a media centre for Barry Sheerman. No, not a shop front for Barry Sheerman. An entire Borg Cube media centre, all for Barry, right? And let's not forget the Examiner newspaper, who tells Barry all the secrets with their secret circles of media people, dotted around the country. And they've got a little unit and a union in Parliament as well to boot. Where all the, mobile phones now listening into everything, all the data gets drawn in by the media, and then Barry can tell you what colour boxer shorts you put on every morning, and, what socks you've got on and stuff like that, how many pieces of toilet paper you used to wipe your bum with, and how many millilitres of water you got out of the kettle. All in the Huddersfield Examiner, all like, cleverly, embedded in the, casual normal stories, hoodwinks. But 20 million town centre regeneration, basically destroying everything, and because they couldn't be bothered repairing it as you were going along, like they can't be bothered repairing the potholes or anything else, they left it to fall to pieces and never bothered keeping up with it. They have to, what they called, regenerate it, because they never maintained it. How can you regenerate a town centre? If all the shops are privately owned, right, or at least rented from a landlord, why isn't the landlord keeping up with his own property out of the money he gets paid? How come these businesses, when they're raking it in, and all the profits they're taking out of the people, a new mobile phone shop, new trainer shop, new H&M, new, EE, Greg's Pasties, why is it corporate investing shares are making money out of all these companies, but they're not spending it on maintaining the shops? If you take away all the privately owned shops or landlord rented shops from the town centre, what have you got left? Nothing. So actually, what is the town centre then? Well, pavements and streets. Aren't the council supposed to maintain the pavements and streets anyway as part of the normal service? Like, oh, there's a pothole or the pavement's cracked. Oh, I'll have to go fix it then. I don't get this town centre regeneration. What I found with our town centre, in brackets, regeneration, is that they've installed a load of raising and lowering bollards, gates across the street so they can lock streets off so you can't even travel through it, and loads of security cameras and surveillance, metal trees, cutting down all the trees that people wanted to keep, and the women were going berserk in local groups to try and save them, like headless chickens running around, keeping drunks out of the town centre. And then all the immigrants and Polish people who are sleeping on the pavements and claiming, we're cleaning town up. It's full of criminals. No, it's not full of criminals. It used to be full of, drunk people because you like them going into the town centre and, making a fortune out of them in the bars and clubs. And the police got to beat up helpless, defenceless people who are drunk and incapacitated and intoxicated, couldn't stand up for themselves or know their rights or law. And someone had probably insulted their girlfriend anyway. It's hardly the Sheriff of Nottingham, hunting a stag, is it? Something difficult, someone's put a pit trap, across the road with stakes in the bottom of it and covered it with leaves. No. This is the professionals, come on then. Have a go if you think you've had enough. A lot of intoxicated people. Now, now you'll see some trouble. Now we'll sort some trouble out. Oh, it's a tough job. They do a tough job, the police. They do an hard job. Yeah. It would be hard if everyone's, sperm count were up 50%, and they were armed with a spear. That might be hard. They're all drunk in a bar, with his H&M shirt got ripped, bundle him into the back of the fucking van, just puked all over him, so 20 million on town centre regeneration, absolute tosh and bollock. and who are the companies who are doing these regenerations or whatever? Contractors, Kier, Balfour Beat Me, Ruse, um, 20 million on town centre regeneration, basically paving the road for 15-minute cities and security surveillance and facial recognition and locking the town centre off and actually transforming it into a new student spaceport for Chinese and, European people landing pad to take over the university in towns and actually keep us out of the towns so they can take it over with new student, young breed who are, sexless, they're androgynous, sexless new race of Mark Zuckerberg, Google, politically correct trainees who are all, under Space Code directive commands. And you can't even speak to them anyway because, speak to them because I'm facing listening. They don't want to talk to you on the computer, it's, beam me up, Scotty. So, 20 million on town centre regeneration, absolute and complete and total fleecing of the public and waste. I mean, it's the next step up from, a fair. The fairground. Oh, we don't like gypsies. We don't want them parking or stopping anywhere, nor anyone in camper vans or anyone sleeping in tents. But the council has to have its fairground show. 20 million wasted. They could have spent 40 million on the marina. 20 million on town centre regeneration because they weren't, keeping it, they weren't maintaining it in the first place. Funding for a St Athan station. Well, hasn't St Athan got a station? Or is it a new St Athan station? Is this to do with the whole, this new HS2 super connected train railways? Oh, they'll be coming over for the new town centre then, won't they? And to see the new Barry Marina on the train. At least now there's something to draw people over to Wales. Other than the fact that for 25 years it's been run by Labour and they've been covered in coal and working down the pit. And nobody wants to go there because it's a working class town that they never kept up with and maintained it because they were too busy complaining, mumbling and grumbling because they were at work all day. No one could go into the town centre because no one had any spare money. So life costs a fortune. Or is it some kind of new sports stadium? It is St Athan Station. Some kind of new name for a sports stadium. Well, maybe because of 25 years of Labour government rule, they can't wait to get out of the place and the train stations so people can leave after they've taken everyone's cars off them. Maybe when it's reduced to 20 mile an hour, no one can get anywhere quick enough, so everyone needs to go everywhere on the train, like to London. Or maybe they're just like, this is maybe 25 years of Labour and now 20 mile an hour speed limits have actually finally cracked. They've actually had enough. They need to get out of the place, so the train will be the best way to leave. And then the students can take over. They fought Labour's blanket 20 mile an hour speed limit. They fought it. No, actually, the people fought it it was the people who fought it in the Facebook groups. And they beat Sadiq Khan without the help of the Electoral Commission. The Conservative Party didn't beat them. The people of Wales beat them, unless it's the Conservative Party who are really running the groups. Other than that, the speed camera vans are all illegal anyway. The police have been holding illegal pleas half the time. So people have been banned unlawfully. Half the speeding convictions are illegal. Well, 3/4 of them, because no, all of them, because the final one, when you get banned, you shouldn't have had the first ones anyway, because they're all illegal pleas. So it's an entire legacy of. I think it's from 1967 when they pulled Magna Carta and said they can't take your vehicle off you. It's a Queen Elizabeth era thing. So, the Conservative Party have done nothing with that. John Major brought it in, actually. It was John Major brought this actual the speed cameras in, the fixed speed cameras, and then it was John Major who actually brought the actual radar cameras in. So the Tories invented speed cameras at the roadside. Now they're fighting the blanket 20 mile an hour speed limit. So I don't know what planet Cairns is on, but it ain't on planet Earth. Well, it was John Major who planned it. 10 million access upgrades to local train stations in Barry and Major, not John Major. £10 million access upgrades to local trains. Why do they need train stations? Shouldn't everyone be giving each other a lift everywhere? I thought in Wales it's like Ireland when, everyone waves at each other when they drive past them, or they put your thumb out to get a lift, Where are they going on these railway stations? Other than London or Bristol, 10 million. But why do you need access upgrade? Why is the population in Wales that massive? When I looked on the petitions thing to find out how many people, there's only about 3 million in Wales or something. Anyway, or 4 million. So why do they need more access upgrades? Unless it's because they're all banging babies out at an accelerated rate and the immigration, or they're taking the cars off them. The highest number of police on our streets ever. As if that is something to be proud of. This is, together we have achieved so much. Right. The highest number of police on our streets ever. How is that an achievement? The more police you want or need means that you're doing worse because the crime has gone up and people are no longer competent or trustworthy to enforce the law themselves or help each other out. It's getting more dangerous. That's worse. Alan Cairns, MP, thinks these are the best achievements that they've done, right? The best achievements they've done, apparently despite a Labour government. The highest number of, unless he's trying to take the piss out of the 25 years of Labour, saying that it's their fault. Is he saying it's their fault? Is this kind of like a Cairns joke, like backgammon or something? Highest number of police on our streets ever. That's terrible. That's not an achievement with a tick next to it. That's like, we did crap. We need more police, and we've got them. And we don't trust any of you anymore, and we don't even want you to trust each other, And the people we're bringing into the country aren't trustworthy, It's not like we're bringing in Mickey Mouse, Hey, look, we found a new island. We found a new frozen tribe in Antarctica. They're called the Happy Joy people. Wow, this is amazing. They were frozen in kryptonite. Now they've defrosted. Oh, bring them over. Wow, this is great. They're really, really happy and do loads of favours for you. Like Prince Charles's valet. They can't help, they're going around the town sweeping up and tidying it voluntarily. Like Samaritans, the frozen Samaritans. In fact, we didn't even need to spend 20 million on cleaning up because these people are obsessive with cleaning. They went round the town centre and cleaned it all and started patching up all the plastering, They're even talking people out of going to the pub and getting drunk. The police were about to arrest a guy and they stepped in between and talked him down. They said, no, calm down, it's okay. If you think your girlfriend's ugly, he didn't really mean it. I'll buy you a drink. We'll sort it out at the bar. It's all right, officer. You go back to your Black Mariah van or your, whatever you call them. I didn't call them that, by the way. That's a nickname they've been given by the public. Mariahs. or whatever. Back to your Mariah van, officer. Nothing wrong here. Just a lot of friendly citizens sorting their lives out and differences between them. I'm a good Samaritan, you know. This is it. They've been going around people's gardens, doing the gardens up, cutting the lawn and trimming it for free, voluntarily. That's growth for you. Look at this. Gardens growing. The town centre's all clean. That's growth for you, and we didn't have to care. Didn't make a penny. All Balfour beat me. Balfour beat me and Care didn't make a penny. These new Samaritans from Antarctica, they're just coming over and voluntarily doing everything. There hasn't been one arrest for months, The police have had to go home. They've got no work to do. They stay home watching football, and all these contractors in London, they're trying to block the contractors from installing things. You have to sit there in the van, for 3 hours, doing nothing, even though someone's paying them. The only person who seems to be losing is Rishi Sunak, because he invested 25 million in Balfour Beat Me and Care, and the stock market price has gone out at the bottom of the floor. They haven't made a penny, but apparently the town centres speak none of this. The marina, the marina. They built a marina like what do you call them in America? Those I forgot what they're called now. Not what were they called? Those what is it? That weird religion when they all help each other build houses. Or the whole village comes around and builds someone's house. It's like a tradition. I forgot what they're called now, but no regeneration needed for the town centre. Didn't need a railway station because these Samaritans give people lifts for free. They're also going around asking people if they want a lift. The road's going at 20 miles an hour because they keep stopping and winding the window down and going, "All right, you okay? How are you doing? Do you want a lift with your shopping? Is it okay?" You can't, it's 20 miles an hour because everyone's slowing down to wind the window down going, "Good top of the morning to you. How are you doing, my friend?" "Yes, I'm doing okay." "Where are you going? Do you want a lift?" "Yeah, of course, that's cool. And a bit of company as well. Look, there's Rishi. Come on, Rishi, do you want a lift to work?" They fought Labour's blanket sea. They didn't even need to fight the 20 mile an hour limit because people were going down to 20 mile an hour anyway because they're all stopping to give people lifts. 10 million access upgrades to the local railway stations, see? And they didn't even need that. They didn't even need the local railway stations. And the police didn't... There isn't any police because the Samaritans just voluntarily do it. Like specials. Secured key investments like Aston Martin and championed local businesses. Tory-owned businesses. Championed Tory businesses. But they weren't... Well, I thought it was 25... He says it was 25 years of Labour government rule. Well, yes, the Labour running the council, but, they're just the valets, aren't they? The Labour Party running the council is like, coal miners making widgets all day. The real champions were running the businesses in South Wales, the car showroom, the football stadium, the H&M shop. Yes, while the Labour Party were busy running the government and not maintaining the streets and not helping the crime level, we were actually being fleeced by the Tories, and they were running the real town, the businesses, fleecing everyone and making massive growth gains in the trillions of capital they've got. And then the highest key investments campaigned against Labour's under or overdevelopment. So now he campaigned against Labour's overdevelopment. Then up here, he's saying that 20 million for a town centre regeneration, which contradicts itself, saying that Labour's have had overdevelopment. But the vote will be close here. I will be running on my record of standing up for residents who have otherwise been taken for granted by 25 years of Labour. Well, no, the Conservatives took Labour for granted when they weren't paying them peanuts. Sir Keir Starmer calls Wales his blueprint for government. However, we know what that means because he have lived it. We cannot let that happen. What does it mean we have lived it? The only place that they lived in Wales was in the coal pit mines while Margaret Thatcher sacked it all and they all went on strike. Quite surprised they hadn't all gone on strike with the 20-mile-an-hour limits. They're really going on strike now in London against those ULEZ cameras. That's a strike and standing there so they can't install them. I think there's probably more. That's more of a strike than the coal miners ever achieved. 25 years old Labour government in Wales and the Labour Council in the Vale have taken you for granted for too long. Well, they voted for them. They voted them in. Let's send them a message together. Oh, and Cairns is going to pay for it using his free post as a candidate in the election. He'll pay for it. We'll send them a message using Cairns. We'll get his messages signed off as Cairns on Parliament on the tick on Parliament. We'll run him through Cairns as agent. Then we'll send him a message for free. If you want to get involved and help, please email. Oh no! Now we see. Just like a good Cairns, like a good old Tory. If you want to get involved, then you can do the work. We're taking staff on now. And by the way, this is voluntary, so we're not paying you anything. That's the old Tory trick. If you want to get involved, then you can come and do some work for me because I'm a Tory, like other Tories. We've got a job for everyone. What do you think this is? The Samaritans? And a quick thank you to everyone across the Vale and the local businesses that have already sent messages of support. Here he is. It looks like it could be in Kendal or somewhere, that doesn't it, or at Penrith with that backdrop. Don't look like Wales. Alan Cairns, MP. Is that his actual office? He doesn't. He actually looks quite decent, actually. But apparently wants to regenerate. You'll end up with a media centre if he's not careful. Is that his actual office? If that is his actual office, I'm going to be quite impressed with it. At least he's not got Extinction Rebellion turning up there. Probably the only place that Extinction Rebellion haven't turned up at.